I have a rare one for you guys. This was the model that I think I pointed out in the past that my good friend Dylan actually pointed out to me that even existed. I didn't even know it existed. Here's the tag for it. It is the szsc003. And this is a third generation Seiko monster. Has the 6R15. It doesn't say on here, but I'm pretty sure it's the 6R15C, which is the, as far as I know, is the most up-to-date version of the 6R15 movement. They came out with that movement a while ago, and they kept on adding new stuff and improving it over the years. And I'm pretty sure they're on version C, and they have it pretty much sorted out and dialed in. 50-hour power reserve, all kinds of. And I know a lot of people compare the 6R, and even I've done it. Comparing it to the 4R36, and they're really not the same movement. There's so many other little components that have been upgraded or changed, both in material and design and angles. I don't know a whole lot about the movements. I just know that they're different enough to be that they're totally different. They're not the same movement. So this is, like I said, I didn't even know this one existed until Dylan pointed that out to me. And it's hard to tell. I don't know if you'll be able to pick it up. It's super hard to get in the right light to be able to pick it up. But that's actually a really dark blue, and it looks really similar to the blacks. The only black I have is like my black and gold one, and then I have this 581. So if you look at the black dial on the 581 and then you look at the dial on the new 003, I mean, you can see it's like a really dark navy blue. I think if I got this in some really good sunlight, you might be able to tell it better. But I also like on the third gen ones how they, there you go, you can see on the hands they use the polished hands. Just definitely helps with the more updated, more elegant looking monster, if you will. You don't have the teeth indices. You have the date magnifier, which is, I know, controversial for many, but I don't know. I think it's fine. I think it'll grow on me. And because I had one of these, the SBDC 025 in the black. Actually, Bruce has one now too, so I'm sure you can check out his video, Bruce Williams. Which, in most lights, this is going to look just like that model. But Dylan found an article. I'll see if I can link it in the description on this video. But he found an article that some guy wrote about the Seiko Monster, and he mentions this model. And I can't back this up. I don't have any proof. There's nothing in the box, and it came with like a generic box. There's nothing on the tag. There's nothing on the back indicating this. But in the article, the guy said that there was 1,000 of these. So, and there's no labeling or anything to indicate that this is a limited production model. So anybody that has one of these, flip it over and check that serial number. Like this is, I think you're supposed to be able to use the last three on the serial number to signify which number you have of this run. So if that's still true, then this would be number 48 of whatever. There's the movement number, 02X0. I'll have to look that up, see what movement this is. So this just arrived today. I had to order from a company in Japan, and so that was a little tricky getting it because you just don't see these. I think there's one on eBay or Amazon, but it's deep, it's way into the $600 range, which is fine if it's an authentic limited production and there's maybe some packaging and everything that comes with it. But like this one, I think I paid just over $500, which I don't know if you're going to see them for that very often or not. Dylan linked me to it, and I just followed his link, and and grabbed it up, and apparently the place only had one, because as soon as I committed to buying it, then it was off their website. So so far it kind of looks like they're, you know, scarce. They're hard to get. So we'll see how this one progresses, but at least now I have a 3rd gen monster back in my collection to compare to other models. I still wouldn't mind having the orange one, the szsc003, but they're still kind of expensive. I'm hoping maybe I can find a deal on a used one eventually. And I still do not have confirmation on whether Seiko is going to continue production of the Seiko Monster with the 3rd gen. I mean, just because they've put out a few of these, because they have the black one, they have the orange one, and then they have this, and it's a totally different, you know, szsc. I mean, where'd that part number come from? You know, they started out with the SBDC. So, and there's no other changes anywhere. Everything else looks exactly the same. The bracelet, the case, the bezel. The bezel action is... I remember my 2.5 being a little more loose feeling. This one actually feels more like my regular everyday orange monster, which I'm very happy. See, there's backplay in it and everything like that. The crown and the winding, the winding on the 6R movement. I don't know if you can hear that. I got stuff running behind me. So anyway, this is over 6 minutes long, so I'll go ahead and cut it short. I just wanted to show you guys this, and you'll be seeing more of this because I'll compare it to some other Seiko models here coming up soon. So, but there's a quick look at it. Let me know if you have any questions.